Not all ancient remedies have held up against the test of time. Some have been proven wrong or proven harmful. There are some great examples, like the ones in this video, where modern science has validated how effective certain ancient practices can be. I'm Zane, and in this video, I'll go over 6 health practices that humans have been using for centuries that modern science shows can make you physically healthier and mentally more resilient. This information has been around for centuries, but why wait any longer? Let's get into it. This first one is fascinating. It's the concept of qi. In traditional Chinese medicine, qi is central to the concept of maintaining a balance in the body through opposing forces of yin and yang. The idea is that when the flow of qi is disrupted or blocked, it can lead to illness and disease. In Western medicine, this is similar to the idea of homeostasis, where the body has opposing processes that balance each other out to maintain equilibrium. The universal principle in both approaches is that opposing forces generate the energy that flows through biological networks in an organism, and that fuels life. So here are some pretty cool ways that the human body automatically maintains a balance. Check this out. The first is the balance between the sympathetic system, or fight or flight, and the parasympathetic system, or rest and digest. This balance affects things like heart rate, blood pressure, digestion, and stress hormone level. When one system is constantly too active, it can lead to health problems. Speaking of hormones, unconscious processes in our brains and internal organs are constantly working to maintain a delicate balance of our hormone level. Our endocrine system balances things like blood sugar, thyroid function, calcium levels, estrogen, and testosterone. One of the ways blood sugar is maintained, for example, is with the opposing hormones insulin, which lowers sugar, and glucagon, which increases it. The next example of homeostasis in the body is pH, which is the balance between acid and base. The body maintains a slightly basic pH level of around 7.4 in the blood and other tissues, which maintains an environment where essential biochemical processes can happen. Too much acid, or acidosis, and too basic of a pH, or alkalosis, throw off the body's internal chemical reactions, leading to illness. So our bodies automatically regulate the concentration of acids and bases in the body through things like breathing rates and kidney function. Also, in the human body, oxidation and reduction reactions, or redox reactions, occur in a lot of different processes. It's basically the transfer of electrons between substances. They help break down food for energy, build new molecules, and keep our cells healthy. Our bodies use redox reactions to fight infections, send signals in our brains, and maintain proper function in our organs. Oxidation of DNA can lead to mutations, which can cause cancer, which is part of the reason why there's so much hype about antioxidants. In Eastern medicine, acupuncture is thought to help qi flow better through the body, and some studies have actually shown that it can help reduce a few different types of pain, like in fibromyalgia, arthritis, and migraines. Tai Chi is meant to regulate the flow of qi through the body and could potentially help improve your mood and reduce pain too. I'm excited to see the future of research into the connection between Eastern and Western medicine, especially when it comes to how opposing types of energy flow through systems and what keeps them in balance. The next ancient practice is the use of turmeric. Turmeric has been increasingly popular lately, and as you might already know, it's a spice that's commonly used in Indian and Pakistani food, but it's also been used in Ayurvedic medicine for centuries because it was thought to improve people's health. Turmeric contains compounds called curcuminoids, which have some anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation is believed to contribute to many chronic diseases, so reducing inflammation in the body could have a range of health benefits. The curcuminoids in turmeric also have antioxidant properties, so they could help protect the body from damage caused by oxidation like we just talked about, potentially playing a role in qi and energy balance. Turmeric has also been shown to have pain-relieving properties in conditions like arthritis. Some studies have found that turmeric could be as effective as non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs, like ibuprofen or aspirin, for reducing pain and inflammation. Some research has suggested that curcuminoids in turmeric may protect the brain from damage and possibly improve cognitive function too. Other studies have found that regularly consuming turmeric may help to reduce cholesterol levels and lower the the risk of heart disease. In the laboratory, scientists have found evidence that curcuminoids in turmeric could have anti-cancer properties too, but more research is needed to fully understand this potential benefit. Regardless, it is definitely not a substitute for medical cancer treatment like chemotherapy or immunotherapy, but it does show promise as a natural remedy that can be used in addition to other treatments for different health problems. Also, some people might experience side effects or interactions with their medicines when consuming turmeric, and it's probably not enough to treat certain conditions, so it's important to talk to a healthcare provider before using turmeric as a supplement or a natural remedy. But while we're on the subject of yellow-colored edible substances that are used as natural remedies, let's talk about honey. Honey has been used for centuries as a natural remedy for a lot of different health issues. Probably unrelated, but it's also a song by Mariah Carey that we used to jam out to back in the day. The Bad Boy remix was particularly awesome. Regardless, honey has been shown to have natural antibacterial properties that can help to kill harmful bacteria and prevent infection. It's been used as a natural remedy for wound healing for centuries. Honey can also help to soothe sore throats and coughs. It coats the throat and provides a protective barrier in addition to the natural antibacterial properties. A lot of my patients find it more helpful than prescription cough medicine sometimes. Honey also contains antioxidants just like turmeric, which can help protect the cells of the body from damage. Another thing to keep in mind is that there are a lot of different types of honey, and each one can have a different set of potentially therapeutic effects. And while it does have potential health benefits, it still has a lot of sugar, so I'd be careful and maybe consume it in moderation. And this is extremely important. Babies and infants under 1 year old should never consume honey due to the risk of botulism, a serious infection. So please be careful around the young kids in your life. The next ancient health practice that's been proven by science is prioritizing plants in our diets. Plants like leafy green vegetables, for example, are packed with nutrients like magnesium, potassium, and fiber that can contribute to better heart health and help prevent and treat diabetes. It's not all though. Vegetables contain nitrate, which converts into nitric oxide, which can limit the clogging of our arteries and improve blood flow. And this is crazy. The conversion of nitrate to nitric oxide starts as soon as the food hits your mouth. It's like our bodies were designed to eat these foods. But the coolest and most fascinating thing about fruits and vegetables, in my opinion, are the phytochemicals that they contain. Those are compounds that plants make to protect themselves against insects and environmental threats, and they can have a ton of health benefits for human beings too. At first, people thought that they weren't that important and had no nutritional value, but research suggests that they have therapeutic properties and are essential for our overall well-being. There's still so much to learn about them though, because there are over 20,000 different types of phytochemicals and we're just now scratching the surface. So that's one of the reasons why it's better to get nutrients through foods instead of multivitamins, because pills just don't contain the phytochemicals that plants do, at least not yet. And like our ancestors discovered centuries ago, plants can definitely act like a form of medicine. And if you want to learn more about that, check out this video I made that talks about just that. Now, this next one might seem obvious, but to me, regular physical activity isn't really a practice that improves our health, but it's the reintroduction of physical activity that restores the health that we were meant to have in the first place. That's because throughout most of human history, physical activity was an inherent part of human life before cars replaced our legs for transportation and machines took over manual labor. Regular physical activity has been shown to have a lot of amazing health benefits, both physical and mental, all around the world. Ancient civilizations promoted physical activity for sport, like in South America, physical and spiritual health through yoga in ancient India, and control over the mind and body, as well as self-defense in different parts of Asia. And one of the best examples is a tradition that we carry through to this day, the Olympic Games from ancient Greece, which showcase the pinnacle of human strength and fitness. Physical activity helps prevent cardiovascular disease and diabetes. It can lower blood pressure and cholesterol levels, reduce inflammation in the body, and improve overall quality of life while also having a positive impact on mental well-being. Sports bring us together socially, and any form of exercise can help treat depression, anxiety, and ADHD sometimes as effectively as medication. At the least, it amplifies the benefit of other treatments like therapy and medication. I know that on the days that I exercise, I feel amazing physically and mentally. And while it's important to engage in physical activity regularly, it's also important to listen to your body and not overdo it, especially if you have underlying health issues. And last but not least, appreciating the importance and the mystery of sleep, a practice that's so ancient it predates human beings. Sleep is essential for good health, and it's a requirement that's been preserved over millions of years of evolution. It's also an experience that we share with so many other animals, including other mammals, insects, and even animals like jellyfish who don't even have brains. Ancient civilizations like the Greeks, Romans, Indians, and Egyptians not only recognized the importance of sleep, but had extensive theories about it and explanations for it, not to mention their own versions of insomnia treatments. We all know that getting enough sleep is crucial for maintaining overall health and well-being, even though most of us, myself included, sacrifice sleep to get work done, hang out with friends, or stay up watching TV. But getting enough sleep can help to improve mood, memory, and overall health, while the lack of sleep can lead to a range of health problems, including obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. During sleep, the body repairs and restores itself, helping to keep the immune system functioning properly and reducing inflammation in the body. It's also important for mental health as it allows the brain to process and consolidate memories, regulate emotions, and improve cognitive function, something that we all experience firsthand when we're cranky or slow after not getting enough sleep. And check this out. Not sleeping for 17 hours can actually impair our brain so much that it's literally as bad as being legally drunk. So most adults need between 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night to function at their peak. Real quick though, if you actually try to go to sleep on time, but you have trouble sleeping, you're definitely not alone. So for tips on how to sleep better naturally without medicine, check out this video I made and take a look at the rest of my videos on physical activity and other ways to prevent diseases naturally. Over centuries, our ancestors learned from the natural world around them, creating remedies that have been passed down from generation to generation. And I hope you enjoyed learning about a few of those. Just don't use them to postpone seeing a doctor for a health problem. Peace. And see you in the next one.